When my children can clean on their own, that's fruit. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gwendolyn Davis. I'm Gracefully Gwen. And today is part 2 of the Spring Declutter. I've actually been decluttering the whole weekend somewhat because as a very busy mom of 6 children, and I'm also a wife, I have a lot on my plate. So I'm learning to really practice being fruitful and not necessarily focusing on getting everything done. But as long as my day is productive and I have produced fruit like we are called to as Christians, then I feel accomplished. Now, let me explain a little bit about the being fruitful part. You know, Christ calls us to produce fruit, right? And so sometimes that's not always doing what others are doing or what the world says we should be doing, but it's more so focusing on God, is this your will for my day? Is this what you would have me to do today? Waking up in the morning and spending that time with God, and that really enhances my day. There are days where I have to get up, pray, and just get to it because we're behind or whatever. You know, maybe I didn't get enough sleep because I was up with my son. But I really do aim to spend time with God and in His Word because that's the best way for us to get to know Him and to learn of Him and all of that. So today, it's not just about removing the physical clutter, but it's also about letting go of things emotionally too, whether it's friendships or just things that could kind of bother you or bring you down. Really have to focus on, God, what do you want me to get up? What is it that you're trying to remove from my life that I don't need? And sometimes it's shopping habits or spending habits or certain foods that we eat. Like, we really have to focus on what God is trying to tell us in our season, right? And a lot of times, not only will you think it, but somebody will come and confirm it for you. You might get up and say something where you know that it's God trying to tell you, hey, you need to chill out from that right now, or just let it go completely out of your life. So also this season is a lot about what I'm taking in, right? Sometimes you can get so distracted by what you're watching, what you're looking at. This clutter is not just stuff, it's the mental noise, the comparison. Sometimes it's unrealistic expectations that we put on ourselves, right? And I've realized I can't pour into my children and create a peaceful home if I'm constantly overwhelmed inside, or if I'm constantly overwhelmed by what I see. And that was one of the hardest things I had to do as a mom, was to not compare what somebody else's child is doing to what my children are doing, or what they're wearing to what my children are wearing. Like, my children might not be wearing name brand things, but they always look cute. Their hair is done for the most part. Y'all have seen them when their hair is not done, but for the most part, I keep them together. And sometimes that can be hard, especially when you have multiples, because in this season we're not able to give our children everything. Like, and I mean, that's probably not the best anyway, but seeing other parents give their children iPads, we can't afford iPads for all 6 of our children right now. My son has an iPad for his schoolwork. We'll probably get the older 2 girls an iPad as well, and eventually so on and so forth. But like, sometimes you see other people giving their children things and you feel bad as a parent because you're not doing the same thing. But in actuality, the kids don't always care like about something. Now, my kids, of course, want an iPad, but them having the best wardrobe, they don't care if they have the best wardrobe or not. They just want clothes to put on. Again, it's not that it's bad that other people have nice things. It's just more so focusing on what God wants you to do in your life. And again, being fruitful and with what He has placed in our hands. Because story about the man who was given the 1 talent, who buried the talent, versus the man who was given 10 talents, and he invested in those talents and he used those talents. And that's what it's about, using what God has already placed in our hands and not focusing on what other people are doing, right? Because it can be distracting. It can definitely be distracting. It could definitely prohibit you from doing what you're essentially called to do as a Christian. My camera died, but before I go, I wanted to share some of the scriptures that I came across that I was reminded of. So the first one is John 15:5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing, which means we have to rely on God for these things, right? We have to rely on God for our assignment. Now, of course, if our house is messy, we know we need to clean it up, right? But it's more so about being fruitful in our homes and making sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. So, being fruitful is us teaching our children. When my children can clean on their own, that's fruit. That, to me, that is fruit. John 15:8. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. Directly tied to stewardship, right? Because this bearing fruit glorifies God even in our homemaking, even in our daily routines. Like this glorifies God. Colossians 1:10, that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work. All Everything that we do, like we're being fruitful in it. When our home is clean, when the dishes are washed, that is producing fruit, because guess who else sees it? Our children see it. People around us might not see it, but I create content, so people are seeing it in that aspect, and that's fruit. That is fruit. Being encouraging to other mothers, us encouraging one another, that is all fruit. And it even counts for the ones that nobody else sees, right? Like the fruit that nobody sees, God always sees it. Psalms 1:3, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. Scripture also says that when we abide in him, we will bear much fruit. And that's what we want our life to be, right? We want our life to be fruitful, even in the small moments or the ordinary moments. We want our life to be fruitful. So I'm going to let you go because I'm going to finish homeschooling, but I hope you all enjoy the rest of this video with the decluttering and organizing. So we went to the co-op and it is Friday afternoon, and I decided to mop my floors. I was so excited to do this. However, I was not able to finish because very busy day, many things going on, trying to help the kids with school. So I mostly just did my bathroom and my living room and the kitchen later. But I also wash my rugs because I try to do that every time I mop the floor. My rugs get dirty very quickly because, all the little feet that come in the bathroom. And it seems to be somehow that my bathroom is used the most. I'm not really sure how that happens, but it's part of life. I'm also using the all free and clear pods, and I actually really like those. So I'll probably be using those from now on unless I use Tide free and clear from time to time. Now I'm mopping the floors, and I want to talk a little bit more about decluttering and why I love to declutter. It is so freeing, especially in the springtime. Like I said in my last video, I really am starting to love spring. I think it just represents newness, just newness of everything, and I really love that about spring. I'm also really excited about using this cherry blossom scent. If you have never used this scent, it smells so good. I am literally ready to mop again because that's how good it smells. I'm not sure if it's that with the Dawn dish soap, but I was so excited about using those. It smelled very good together. And you can also add vinegar, which I forgot. I have a cleaning vinegar that my mother gave me the last time I was in Virginia. So I'm going to try that the next time as well. I also like to use vinegar when I'm mopping. So yeah, be sure to do that. And you can also just use vinegar and water to mop. It's a great option. But if you want a scented mopping situation, please feel free to use the cherry blossom. It smells really good. And yes, I'm mopping in the same outfit that I'm wearing. I don't really know why I didn't change. I guess I just didn't feel like it. But that's just a part of life. My husband had to stream a service later on that night. So I was really just trying to get as much done as possible, especially with him not being there. I wanted the house to be as clean as possible, being that I had 5 of the little ones later on that afternoon. Yeah, it just smells so good. Doesn't it feel good when you clean up and just create a clean space for yourself and your family? It always feels really good. And I wanted to do this also before I started the decluttering process, even though I technically already started, but decluttering for that weekend, I just really wanted to get this done. And then I proceeded to clean the bathroom. As you can see, I'm also mopping in my bedroom. Actually, my room was pretty good, but hey, it doesn't hurt. It never hurts to clean more. I also got some new gloves that I ordered from Walmart. These were about $8, and I just ordered them. I like colored gloves. It makes the cooking experience fun. So yeah, I've been using the pink ones for a while, but I also use the clear ones that you see right above it from time to time when I run out of the pink. This is Sunday's dinner. I just wanted to show you. These are some of the things that are up here now. I'm just gonna start taking this stuff out. I have no idea what's in that one all the way up there. That's my husband's, but yeah, I'm gonna start moving this stuff out. I love the Scrub Mommy. I'm doing a cleaning restock video with most of the pink things that I brought, and I was so excited to finally get this. And yeah, back to decluttering. So we are starting with removing the old. And y'all, I know I have on like so many different outfits throughout this video, but like I said, it's over a course of a couple days. And this is one of the videos this is one of the dresses that I actually removed from storage. The last video, it's very comfortable, but that was Sunday night. I didn't really show much after that because all I pretty much was able to do was take out the bins and clear out everything that was in them because it was just a very busy night. And again, this is motherhood, this is real life. You just can't get done everything that you need to all the time, but it's good to aim to at least try. But sometimes you just have to give yourself grace and do what you can. So at least I was able to take them down. That was the first step. And so now I'm folding clothes because I had laundry to do. So I'm folding clothes first, and then I'm going to start decluttering the rest after I get this all into a basket. I'm going to have my son take it upstairs, and then I'm going to start decluttering or going through my clothes for spring. I think this is the other basket. I only had 2 baskets of clothes, and I realized why. It's because the clothes are not as bulky and heavy. I have a lot of sweaters for the fall winter, so it wasn't as much space that I needed for my spring clothes. I don't really need to get that many more clothes. I might get a few more items for spring, but I'm pretty good as far as spring is concerned. I might get some more church outfits, just not sure yet. Depends on if I want to match my girls, which I probably will. So I'll probably get like a dress or two to match them. And yeah, but going through clothes, just cleaning out what I don't want. A good idea to do that you may have heard of or may not is to have 3 piles. One pile is to keep, one pile is to donate, and another pile is for just trash. Though I don't really have trash, I normally just donate, but if it's just like really bad off, I'll just go ahead and trash. And I really want to apologize for this rushed video. I have really been busy, but I've made a commitment to myself to keep pushing out the content even if it's not perfect. It's not enough. These are the instructions for these drawers. It's supposed to be 4 drawers. So we're building them now. These are 4 feet, I believe. It doesn't say on here, but I believe they're 4 feet. And I'm going to finish packing my tote. As you can see, while they are putting these together, even though I really wanted to do it myself, I just said, hey, they're here, they want to do it, I'll let them be productive. But y'all, I love putting together new items. So I just continued to fold clothes just to keep me distracted from the fact that they were doing this and making sure they weren't going to break them, because I mean, I'm sure if they were to be dropped, they can be cracked. So yeah. They did a really good job though, so I was very appreciative of the help. We were able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. While I'm getting my clothes together, they are putting these together for me, and it's great. Now, I still haven't really filled them, but one thing about organizing is even if you don't have something for every bin, it's there when you do need it for something. So I really like that aspect. So they are up in my closet. Only one has something in it, and yeah, I do need to do some decluttering in my bathroom, so I'm pretty sure I'll be using these organizers to fill some of them with a lot of the junk that I have, or if it is junk, then I'll probably get rid of it. But the items that I use, I'll probably be putting those in these containers, which I'm really excited about. It already looks 1,000 times better. It looks brighter in my closet because the pink is gone. Now the girls are going to use the pink organizers because they love pink and they're girls, and they're just going to work great for them right now. But I actually want pink in their rooms too eventually, but I'm going to be smart, y'all. We have a big family, maybe not big too others or some, but it's pretty big to, I guess, most of society today. I didn't even realize I had a big family until we were at 4 kids, and people were like, man, you have a big family. And I'm like, really? Because there are people out here who have bigger families. I didn't really know them at the time, but I'm sure that they existed. Now I know of people with bigger families, and I'm like, wow, these people have 11 kids. That's awesome. And to be honest, I probably would have had more kids if I started younger, but I had my first child at 29, y'all. Yes, I'm telling on myself right now. My oldest son, I had him at 29. So, yeah, I'm moving a little bit later in life, but I have learned that even if something appears late to you, it's never late to God. And I am indeed richly blessed with a beautiful family. We are all in good health, and I thank God for that every day. God is so good. He's so amazing, and He's so worthy to be praised at all times because He loves us and He does not want us to fail. He wants us to win, y'all. Remember that God wants you to win. I'm really pressed for time right now, but this is what I have for the donation bag. It's a full size bag. I could probably fit a few more things in here. I'm not quite done, but we're about to leave now. So I folded the clothes. We have put up the new storage containers. I think I might get some from my refrigerator because I really like them. I haven't filled them yet, but this is what they're looking like right now. I have put my girls' hair bows in this one because we have an issue with hair bows. So I might not even put the divider in there because we're always looking for hair bows. The big bows, not the barrettes. And I might actually fill one with their bows. And as you can see, I can actually fit another one on top of here. So I might do that as well. And I'm gonna leave this here because it's easy for me to reach it. It's not fully organized just yet, but I just kind of want to show you all the process of how that's looking. But it'll probably be my hair appliances in here because right now my flat iron goes in here as well. And I like them being up here because the kids can't reach them. I mean, they can, but they can't. Like they would have to find something to climb up there. So I still need to go through this. So that's the plan for tonight. Like I said, I really need to get out of here. So that's what I'm about to do. About to head out now. It was very cold, so I changed my wardrobe, but I just wanted you all to see me doing a little bit, again, being fruitful, y'all. We have to be fruitful. So I'm just going to put up some clothes before I close out this video. But I hope you all have enjoyed. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Blessings. Oh, and don't forget to stay tuned because we'll be back again with I guess part 3 of the No Excuses series, and I'm just going to talk a little bit more about how we're going to continue to win as women of God and not make excuses but allow God to lead us.